Hey everyone, it's Mark Skipper Mark, and today we are on our way to the Great Sacandaga Lake in central New York. There are 4 public boat ramps on the lake, but we like the one in BROADALBIN, which is the closest for those coming in off of I-90. The launch has a huge parking lot with room for tons of cars, but on a holiday weekend it'll be totally full by the end of the day. One nice thing about the boat ramps here is that most of them have a nice park next to them. This is great if you have friends or family who don't want to go on the boat but still want to enjoy the lake. The first thing we noticed after launching was the water level. Today it was about 2 feet higher than whenever we've been here before. It's a big lake at about 21,000 acres and over 20 miles long. It's also about 4 miles across at its widest. We love this lake because it's almost as big as Lake George, but it has far less traffic. We didn't really have any plans today other than to play pirate at one of the public islands, so we decided to make the 21-mile trip up the northeast arm and head towards the dam. The ride up was pretty good, and we always enjoy passing under the Edinburgh Bridge. This is about 9 miles from the ramp. We love this area because the lake is less than a mile wide in most parts, and there's a lot of opportunities for turns and enjoying the beautiful views. On the way back, we stopped at the Hadley boat ramp. It has a huge dock and a good-sized parking lot, plus a really nice park to the south. The main part of the lake can get pretty rough at times, but the part south of the Edinburgh Bridge can also be rough depending on the day, mainly because it's an open shot out to the main lake and the wind just comes straight up that arm. Today wasn't too bad because there wasn't much wind, but some of the boat traffic made us get bounced around a bit. Nancy said she almost flew off a couple times. This was the same area on one particularly rough day last year. We got soaked and we took a beating from the constant 2 to 3 foot waves. Our next stop was the Northville ramp, which is located just past the Bridge Street Bridge. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Like the other ramps on the lake, there's a public park located adjacent to the ramp. One of my favorite places on the lake is the Northampton Beach Campground and boat ramp. It normally has white sandy beaches, but because of the high water level today, the beaches were pretty much gone. The water was so high it almost covered the gas grills too. This is also a great stop for a potty break, but the bathrooms were closed today. The day was getting long, but we still had to play pirate, so we headed to Beacon Island, a 6-mile ride across the most open part of the lake.
Woo! Yamaha! Woo!
Thankfully, the ride wasn't too rough, but it seemed to take forever. Unfortunately, Beacon Island was very crowded, so we ended up skipping a stop here. We were very surprised at how much the island had eroded in the past year, though. It totally looked different than when we were here a few months ago. Another great island to explore, and probably better than Beacon Island, is Sand Island. It's about 3 miles away, but we took a detour through Gloversville and turned it into a 5-mile trip. Unfortunately, just like Beacon Island, Sand Island was completely full of other boaters. However, we did manage to find a spot on the south side of the lake. We only stayed for about 15 minutes, but we had a great time relaxing in the water and cooling off from the warm weather. Also, like Beacon Island, we were surprised to see how much erosion had happened over the winter. It's sad to say, but at this rate, I think these islands will be gone in a few years. Even though it wasn't even 5 o'clock, we were pretty tired and decided to call it a day. Others seemed to be thinking the same thing because the docks were really busy with people taking their boats out. Plus, there was a surprising number just now launching their boats. All in all, it was a fun day, even though the islands were full and we didn't get a chance to play pirate. If you have any questions about Lake Sacandaga or WaveRunners in general, please leave a message in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer as best I can. As always, thanks for watching and have a great day.